Hey folks, welcome back to another video. Join me in sunny Spain again. Sorry to rub it in, flipping roasting today, about 11:30 or something. It's too hot to climb. Just done a sort of a 7A to get going this morning. I think it's called Las Aspinas. Good fun. Bouldery start. It was quite tricky on unrecruited fingers, then onto an easier slab that's probably sort of 6A plus, something like that. Good fun though. And I was wearing my sort of newish 510 Dragon Velcros, Dragon VCS shoes, so I thought I'd do a quick review on these because I've been wearing them for quite a while, on and off all through this trip actually, on all sorts of routes from 6 to 8A plus. So I feel it's worthwhile. My opinion now, I don't like doing reviews of stuff that I haven't really used or worn very much. Now the Dragons are a bit of a classic 510 shoe, and I've been wearing 510s since my first pair of proper rock shoes really. I bought a pair of 510, the old brown Velcros quality shoe from back in the day, still get them now. And they just always fit me really well, so I don't even bother trying them on. I do a bit of research to find out what size I would need, because that changes a bit. For example, these Dragon VCS, I wear 12 in a street shoot, and I need these in 12. Other rock shoes I normally size down, but 12 feels about right in these. I could possibly squeeze in something half a size smaller. But do I like them or not like them? Well, sadly, actually, I don't like them. I don't think I'm going to wear them much more, which is a shame. Got them cheap from Adidas on their website for sort of 55 quid before the trip. There's lots of things I do like about them. I love the sticky rubber. That's the main thing. Whether it's psychological or not, 510 rubber always seems to feel really good. They're kind of comfy to put on. It's got this nice microfiber lining, so they're super comfy in that regard. But there's a few bits I don't like, sadly. Although they fit end to end really well, like spot on, there's a lot more volume than there used to be. I had Dragons back in the day, and there seems to be a lot more volume. Not necessarily width, because they still feel right in the width, but a lot more volume. With the Velcro adjustment, I have to crank them all the way closed. I don't have anything left to close, and you get this real baggy bit up here of like dead space and stuff, which is really annoying. The other thing I don't like is they are supposed to be a soft shoe, right? So take this next one with a pinch of salt. But I've got big feet, size 12s, and they hurt me here where that split is in the rubber, the way it's constructed. They kind of bend there a bit, and they really dig into my feet on anything more than 10 meters or so. So the one we've just done is only about 18 meters, so quite a short route. Yeah, genuinely painful. I've tried them on longer stuff back in Chile of like close to 40 meters. They're pretty painful for that. So I'll come on to, maybe they're good for bouldering. I'll mention that in a minute, because obviously they're only on for a little bit. But for route climbing, I don't think I'm going to wear them again on this trip. The other thing that I don't like about them is that heel, right? They're comfy. They are comfy in the heel regard, but I'm normally a 510 high angle wearer, and you can see the heel on this one, because these are supposed to be pretty aggressive rock shoes really. They're downturned slightly, all that kind of thing, meant for climbing hard. But look at the heel on this one. There's a real angle on it compared to the much more square cut Dragon version. Having this aggressive heel really pushes your toes into the front, so you get loads of purchase on the rock, especially I feel on a downturn rock shoe, because it really puts your toes into the holes, so you can really pull on them. So that's a bit of a disappointment on that one. I love these shoes, the 510 high angles, but they don't make them the same as this anymore. When Adidas took over 510, I found them much the same, to be honest. A lot of people moaned, but I found them much the same for years. But this last year or so, they seem to have changed direction in terms of fit and everything. So sadly, less and less of my shoes are 510. I'd love to buy a load of these ones to last me forever, but they're really struggling to get them now. One loop instead of two loops for the closure, a sock kind of construction, whereas this has got a proper tongue, so you can adjust that a little bit more on that one. These are dead hard to get on when they're brand new, but they loosen up pretty nicely pretty quickly. I've got big feet, size 12s. I size these down to, it depends on the shoe, but more like 11, and they feel good for me. The stiffness is great though. I kind of feel like with big feet you get more of a lever effect. The stiffness is kind of a bit of a payoff for that, and it gives you some support and some help to keep purchasing on the rock. Fairly aggressive heel. This shoe, this is one of Mike's actually, this is an Unparalleled shoe. Unparalleled, basically made up of old 510 employees, so their shoes are very similar to old 510 stuff. This is basically an old Dragon, but it's now been redone by Unparalleled. It's called the Sirius. Look at the heel on that. That's really ramming your foot into the end, the toes into the end. So personally, I like that. That's the lace-up one, like I say. He really likes these. He's climbed a good few routes in them now. A shoe that both of us are using quite a bit is the Unparalleled Regulus, much more like the old high angle, so they're very, very similar. So I'm a big fan of these. Nice and stiff, but get nice and sticky as well once they're worn in a bit. They just fit me really well. The other thing that I haven't got with me is similar to this by Unparalleled, called the TM Pro, which is supposed to be a fraction stiffer for longer, so I'm looking forward to breaking them in. I haven't worn them yet, but I'm looking forward to trying them and seeing how I get on with those ones. It's a shame that the new high angles just don't fit me at all. The heel is awful, so you can kind of get a bit of a theme that sadly, although 510 were bang on perfect for me, they're not anymore. So for me, Unparalleled are the ones to go for, because they are just real similar to old 510 stuff. Bit of a shame about this one, because I was really looking forward to having a nice sticky shoe that I could really get on well with and be, you know, climbing lots of routes in. But I think sadly I just don't think I'm going to wear them again this trip, so it is a bit of a shame. Remember my little caveat with rock shoes, so subjective. What's perfect for me might be awful for you, and vice versa, of course. It's just one of those things. You've got to try them on. The only reason I haven't been trying on 510 for years, because they all have just fitted me so well. As long as I get the length right, the rest of it is just perfect. But now that's changed, so it's just not the case anymore, sadly. So get down your local shop when you can. V12 is my best local shop in Llanberis, and they've just got so much knowledge. So if you tried on that Unparalleled and it wasn't quite right, they'd know what would fit you well. Because as always, fire away with any questions, happy to answer as best I can. But I don't work in a shop with loads of different rock shoes to try on and find out all the ins and outs. I just find what works for me and stick with those, to be honest. But you know, do fire away in general. For me, who is this good for? Honestly, this sounds stupid when it's a Dragon, which is such a classic shoe, but I'm thinking actually more beginners. If it fits you well, I think that's more of a beginner's shoe these days. I know there's a bit of downturn, so maybe the intermediate side of beginner, but that's just my opinion anyway. I hope that's been a useful video. I hope I filled 5 minutes of lockdown for you. I hope you're getting on okay during this time. Tough times for everyone, I know. So yeah, I hope you're doing okay with that. Fire away with any requests of videos that might keep you entertained during that time, and I'll do my best to do them. Sorry, getting attacked by a fly there. Find us on Insta, Facebook, the Buy Me a Coffee link, the Sling Mountain t-shirt link, click the like button, smash the subscribe button, all those things I say every time. Massively appreciated all the support, it really is. I think I'm going to go and sit in the shade now and have a cold drink, because I'm flipping roasting. Thanks very much for watching again. As always, more videos coming up very soon.